7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Hi guys, last video I said I was going to make another video about my barriers while attending a master's degree program. So I am going to do that today. I'm going to try and hurry up and go through them because I don't want this video to be too long, and plus I got homework to do. So that's why I haven't made this video sooner. I do have a lot of homework and I have practicum and also other outside things that I'm required to attend for the master's degree program. So the first barrier, the biggest barrier that I face is transportation. Transportation is very hard to find. A person has to be very nice to help me or understands, because me relying on everybody else for transportation is hard for me, and it's hard for the other person, because my life revolves around their schedule, but also their lives revolve around my activity that I have to do. So it's stressful on both parties. That my bachelor's degree, I had transportation provided to me from an agency that helps legally blind people, but for my master's degree they have decided not to help me with transportation, so I have to find transportation on my own, which thankfully I have people who love me enough or know that I want to achieve this goal and they want me to achieve it also. So I am very grateful and I appreciate everyone who has helped me. So if one of you sees my video, I appreciate you and I appreciate what you've done for me, because I would not be where I am today if it weren't for the people who were kind enough to help me. That is why I went into social work, was because I know how it feels to struggle. Now we're going off topic. Sorry. So transportation is hard, and I also have practicum, which is also 30 minutes away from me. So I have practicum and then I have school, so I have to find transportation for both. And I have met a couple people in the university who are kind enough to help me, and they have become really good friends of mine, and I appreciate them as well. So let's move on, because I don't want this to be too long, and sorry, I have to get 2 inches away from the paper to read it. Another barrier is seeing the board, which I cannot see the board. If I sit in the front row, I cannot see it. So I am assigned a note taker. But the note taker is not always good. Either they don't give me their notes like they're supposed to, or their handwriting I can't read. But most of the time they do type them. And I'm not going to say all my note takers were bad, because they weren't. I've had a lot of good ones. But some of them were just slacking. So if I didn't get the notes, like I would write down what I heard, but if I didn't get the notes from the board or whatever, I didn't get them. Like, or if I got them a week late, what's that going to do for me? So I write all my notes pretty much based on hearing. And another thing is, if a teacher posts their PowerPoints on the program we use for school, that's good, but a lot of them put them in PDF form, so I cannot blow them up, like to print them. Which I have asked some professors to give me the PowerPoints, and some of them do, and some of them don't. So that is not good. Oh, and another tip for people who are in school who can't see the board, a great way is to take pictures with your cell phone of the board. That way you can look at them later and blow them up, or you could send them to yourself. I do that too. If the teacher doesn't mind, because it is distracting if I'm taking pictures and everyone else is writing. If they don't know that I am disabled, they'll, I don't know. But I'm pretty good about telling everybody. And plus it's obvious since I have nystagmus. So let's move on. So I talked about the seminars and things, which I should have put that in the same category. So I do have to go to seminars. Not a whole lot, but I'm a full-time student, so I'm taking 15 credit hours. That includes practicum. That's a lot of things that I need to do. So to find transportation for seminars, that's a pain in the butt too. Wow. Oh, okay. So, like I said, I am legally blind, so I need my books to be in PDF form so I can zoom in and read them, because I can read 12 font, but like I have to get really close to the book, and after a while that strains my eyes, and we have to read a lot. So for my books to be transferred to PDF form, I have to give my book list to the accommodation center 6 weeks before the classes start. Now, I don't know if you have been in school, but most of the time you don't get to sign up for your classes until right before. I don't know if that's just me, like classes are changing and they don't have things ready because it is like a stressful time. You have to find teachers and blah blah blah. So that's a pain. Like I had to get my books 3 separate times, different books 3 separate times, just so I could have them, and it took quite a while for me to get them. I'd say 2 weeks, but when I don't have my books for 2 weeks, that's kind of a pain. So I'm not saying, let me backpedal real quick. I'm not saying I didn't read my books. I read my books that I had, but it would have been easier to have the ones on PDF form. So that's what I'm saying. But I did have to wait for books because they ran out. So, and the last thing I want to talk about is everyone has to accommodate for me. Now, what I mean by that is not, like when I'm in group work, I have to tell everyone, hey, I'm legally blind, so if you decide to meet somewhere, I can't unless we plan ahead and I can find a ride, or if we do it on video conference, or which I noticed in my master's degree program that they're more willing to do that. In the past, I've had people who treated me badly because they thought or felt I was an annoyance, or, you know, I wasn't contributing as much, which I was, but from their perspective I wasn't, because I couldn't go to certain things, or, you know, so everyone does have to accommodate me, and like I said before, I appreciate it. It does mean a lot, but it is hard. It's hard for me, and it's hard for the people surrounding me to constantly accommodate for me. We live in a world now where everybody's out for themselves, so to be around somebody who needs accommodations is different, and if you don't understand, then it could be a pain in the butt. I don't know. I could go more into detail with that because I really do feel like there are people that are so nice and so loving and so caring that have helped me out, and I appreciate that. So, like, if you guys want to hear more about that, I guess I could talk about it, or whatever you want to hear more about, I'd be glad to explain it to you. And sorry if this video is kind of boring and all over the place. I'm trying to hurry so I could do my homework, but I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye!